Hi, Brad from wpsites.net. Let's take a look at adding a widget area before your content. I've already written a tutorial on this and several others that provides all the code that you need to add to your child themes functions file, and also a little bit of CSS code to style your widget, which you can add to your child themes style.css file. So you'll find all these tutorials on my site, wpsites.net. There's quite a few which I've written about widgets, and there's lots of different ways and methods you can add widget areas in WordPress. This tutorial focuses on using the Genesis theme framework with the latest StudioPress child theme, and I'm using the Metro theme in this case. So this is on a local installation. We'll add a widget area before the content, and you can display anything before the content. We can use conditional tags, so the widget content will only display on specific pages or posts, so we can do all that fairly easily. The first thing to do is to open up your files and just navigate to WP content themes. Choose the theme that you're using. In this case we're going to use the Metro theme, and we'll open up the functions file. So this is the child themes functions file. First of all, we'll need to grab the code. You'll find a tab at the top of my site with the code. I've also embedded the code in the post, but it's probably easier if you grab it from Pastebin. And here we go. Here, add widget before content on single page. We'll use this code, so we'll just click on here, and we'll come down here and we'll grab the code, and the first block of code here registers the widget area, which gets added to the widget page, and I'll just show you that now. So it'll get added to here, and it'll be called before content widget, and the second bit of code hooks the widget into place. For this code here, it'll display it on a specific page with a page ID of 386. So I'll actually change that so it just displays above all posts, all single posts. So we'll just grab all of that code, we'll copy that, and we'll go into the StudioPress child themes functions file. Open that up using Notepad++ or your favorite text editor, and at the end of the file we'll just paste that in. Now what you can do is you can search for your page ID if you want to display it on a specific page. So let's go to say the contact page. We'll use that as an example. If you go to edit page, you can find the down the bottom you can find the post ID. That one's not working. Let's go to portfolio. That's not working either. This is just my demo site, but it's pretty easy to find the post or the page ID, and you just paste it in there. In this case we're not going to use that, we're going to display it on all single posts. So we'll just change that conditional tag to isPost, and we'll remove this. So this is the code here. We've got if isPost and active sidebar. So we'll just close that now, and we'll go back to the theme. We'll go to the widget area, and we'll scroll down here, and here we've got the before content widget area which has been created. So what we can do now is we could put anything in there. In this case we'll use the Genesis responsive slider, and we'll put that in there. We'll save that, and that'll display before the content above all single posts. We can go to Genesis, where's the slider? We can go to the slider settings, and you can put in the different IDs for the posts or the pages that you want to display, and that'll pull the featured image or the first image in the post of the page, and it'll be displayed in the slider. And you can see here we've got a width In this case it's 920. We want to check the width of the theme because this will be full width, so we'll go here to appearance header, and in this case it's 1080 pix. So we'll just copy that. We'll go down to the slider settings and we'll just change this so it matches, and you can change the height there by, in this example it's 400. I might change that to 300 because I know the height of my featured images are 300 by default. You can also limit the content that you want displayed in the slider as well, or you can remove it completely. So we'll just save those settings, and now we'll go back to the site. I haven't added any images, so this might not work. We've got an error here, so I'll just check this on line 205. If is post and is active sidebar, that should be if is single, so I've just changed that now. That should be alright. Okay, now we'll just refresh that and see what happens. Right, now this is the home page, so there's nothing displayed on the home page. The slider's only going to be displayed on single posts. So here we have it here. My images are only 600 wide, so with this example code it's going to display full width, so your images will need to be the same width as your header or a little bit smaller. In this case it was 1080 pix, and we can remove this as well. But this is just an example of what you can do. It's pretty straightforward really. You need to understand a little bit about conditional tags, which you can change in that code, and the best place to learn about conditional tags is on the WordPress codex. Here we have them here, and it's got a whole list of your different conditional tags. The ones that are most commonly used is single here for all single posts. If you want to determine one specific single post, you can use the post ID and you can put it in between the brackets there, or you can have it an array so you can have multiple posts. So you can just change that code there and paste that into the code in your child themes functions file. So we open that up and we just paste that in there and replace that. So it's pretty straightforward. Some other popular ones, if you've got a custom post type, you can use this code here and use the page slug for the custom post type there. And there's lots of different conditional tags which you can also use for pages. This is very popular. If you want to display it before the content on all pages, you use this conditional tag. If you've got a specific page, you use the post ID for the page and you put it in there. So you just replace that in the code, and you can do it above category archive pages and whatever you like. So this is a really easy way to display any sort of content in a widget area before your posts. And another option with this is, rather than play around with conditional tags, you can install a plugin, and there's a really good plugin called Widget Logic and you can just paste the conditional tag into the Widget Logic plugin. Here it is here. So you search for the Widget Logic plugin, and then if you go to your widgets, and we've created the before content area, we want to display the Genesis slider on specific single posts. We paste the conditional tag into the Widget Logic field here. So this is a really good idea. It's an excellent plugin. It helps you avoid having to play around with the code. So you can just grab the conditional tag from there, select the post ID that you want to display the slider on before the content area, and you just save it there. And this way the Genesis responsive slider, or whatever plugin you whatever widget you put in here, it will only be output on before the content which has this specific post ID. So it's a great little plugin as well. So there we have it, folks. There's a lot more tutorials on my site. You'll learn, and also code snippets that you'll find on my Pastebin account as well. So there's another tutorial about how to duplicate homepage widgets. So if you want to add more homepage widgets to your child theme, you can do that. And there's also, I've written a post about the Widget Logic plugin and how to use it, and use conditional tags with the Widget Logic plugin. So thanks for watching, and cheers.